of the Empire State Building.
New York.
All right, so this is a big one because this is someone who is the embodiment of power, of strength, of just all things awesome. Stepping into our Z100 Artist Interview Lounge, and a big shout out to our family and friends at Hackensack Meridian Health for being a part of this. But I don't want to say your name because I want you to take ownership of who you are, love. So say it with your chest. Who do we have with us today? Go for it.
Max, I adore you. I am Sofia Carson.
There it is. Yeah, it's been a minute since it's been a real life hang, but wow, the power that comes out of the speakers when we talk about loud. Let's just go ahead and dive in head first. How does this song feel for you?
How does this song feel for me? This song feels like the most beautiful marriage of who I am as an artist and who I am as a person. And I feel so lucky to be able to be a vessel for this message and to know and to see and to witness how it's already making such a beautiful impact. I feel so honored and so grateful.
It really is. You have over 1.5 million views on YouTube. The visuals for that, like in this really cool, modern looking, like who came up with this concept? Who put this all together? Because the video is sick.
Thank you, Crystal. So I love being incredibly involved with every aspect of the storytelling, whether it's the song or the music video. And I've been collaborating with this incredible artist, a director from Israel named Yuri. And I was shooting a movie while we were, prepping for this song. And we kind of were brainstorming and we both fell in love with the concept of a butterfly and the concept of a butterfly coming out of a cocoon, kind of being the metaphor for silenced voices who are now breaking free and being louder than ever. And so the concept that we decided upon was a butterfly, and it's told through the element of air and wind. And so that's kind of where the music video was born. And we shot it here in LA in this gorgeous, I can't even imagine, I don't know how to describe to you, like those clouds that you see are real. It was like we were truly above an ocean of clouds. It was the most incredible thing I've ever experienced.
Okay.
I was gonna ask because it does look CGI.
No.
Like I couldn't tell if it was real or not. But wow,
yeah.
I did not know.
The floating house is CGI for sure, but everything else, like when you see when you see the clouds that are literally right on the cusp of the mountain, that was all real, which is incredible.
Wow.
Okay, yeah. You take it there with the video. I'm glad that. Well, let's dial back and let's rewind a little bit. Last time we talked, I'm glad that the fire was CGI. Because that had me a little concerned, had the world concerned. But this, as you said, to be so involved and to watch your vision come to life and to feel through this 3 minutes something, and change, to feel like you nailed it. What does that mean to you to watch something come from a concept to a final product and to sit back and, kind of look at the treatments and be like, yeah, I did that.
So sweet. I mean, it takes a whole village, and it's always so fulfilling when the product does come to life. I would say the most fulfilling part is when it's released into the world and then people are moved by it, because that's the point of art, right? When people get to watch this video back and feel seen or to hear their story in it, that's been the most fulfilling part.
Yeah.
Now going to your lyrics and what the message of the song is, I think it's perfect timing for where we are now. I mean, a lot has changed with in society and in politics. Now, what gives you strength as a woman to be strong and be loud when we're in these intimidating situations, and even in the music industry and in acting, like a lot of women have been silenced. So where does that inspiration come from?
For me, it's always come from the women in my life. And I was so lucky to have a mother like my mom who always taught her daughters to be loud, and my grandmother as well. We were always raised to be loud women, fearlessly so. So I feel very grateful that I had that example from a very young age. And I would say I am inspired every day by the generation of women that we're a part of. It's these young women who are at the forefront of history, who are fearlessly using their voice and making real and tangible change. And I think in amplifying their own voices, they're amplifying each other's voices, which gives us the strength to amplify our own. And, you know, the more voices we lift up, the louder that we are together. And that's how we've seen the change that has happened.
You know, I don't know if I've ever asked you this, but what does it mean to you to know that those same women that you look up to, those same women who are in this video that not the music video, but the video that we've seen, the powerful women that are icons to you, that are companions of yours, that are peers, but when the roles are reversed, what does that mean to you to think or to know that you are also one of those women for others across the globe?
That's beautiful. Thank you. It's surreal. Like, it'll never not be the greatest honor of my life to know that there might be one girl in one corner of the world who I have the blessing of being able to impact her in some way, or to lift up her voice in some way, and that she can look to my music and to look to my films and be inspired in some way. It's incredible. It truly is incredible, and it's a beautiful responsibility that I hold very dear to my heart.
Yeah.
Sophia, people have been making their own type of art because of your song Loud, and we see that huge names have been included in this, like icons, Hillary Clinton, Beyonce, Greta Thunberg. So how does that feel for you, knowing that your art is inspiring other people to just be loud in their own art in inspirational way too?
It's incredible. It's incredible, and such an honor that, you know, women around the world and young women are feeling moved by this message and by this art. And like you said, in their own way, making their own videos, telling the world why they were fearlessly made to be loud. And, you know, that's the whole point of making art and of releasing music like this with the world. It's hoping that it will touch people and lead to real change. And I feel so honored to be the vessel of the message.
You know, there was a recent interview I think I was listening to, and you had the chance to talk with our buddy, I was about to say our buddy Ryan, like Seacrest. But no, one of the things that was really special that you all talked about was, I'm gonna borrow your words. You said, you said it feels like empowerment. It feels fearless. But then he also asked you, about, feeling that way, and if you've ever not felt that way. So, and you said, yeah, we all have those times, but and we do. What are those things that you go to, or how do you find yourself climbing out or moving away from those tough times when you don't feel so strong? I mean, is it that you go and reach for an apple all the time, or like, what's the deal?
I forget how well you know me. Do you reach for an apple all the time? Gosh, I guess in those moments, I think of my mom, and she's gonna laugh when she watches this interview back, and she's gonna say, "Why did you have to mention me so many times?" But it's true.
She's
you know
so
her,
awesome,
and she's incredible.
Yeah.
I think of my mom, and I think of whenever we face difficult moments in her life, she always says that this too shall pass, and it won't be difficult forever. And also, what I've learned so much from her is that all we have is right now in this moment. So what are we going to do with the moment that we have right now? And that has been, I think, really helpful to help get through moments when you don't feel particularly loud, and to know that you always have that voice within you that is, ready to be let out.
Yeah.
Now I have one last question. I'm so excited to see that your huge billboard not only was in LA, your billboard for Loud was out here in Times Square, New York City. This isn't the first time something like this has happened to you, but how does it feel to see that again, that your work, everything you're doing is just out in the biggest, craziest city in the entire world?
It was surreal, and you're right. Luckily and incredibly so, it wasn't the first time, but it was the biggest it's ever been, because we had 5 billboards in New York at once, which was crazy. And I flew to New York to see it because, how many times in my life will I be lucky enough to witness something like this? So I went with my sister and we sat, well, we didn't sit, we were freezing cold in Times Square, just looking at this larger than life billboard. And it was surreal, so surreal, so incredible. And I know that I keep seeing fans that have been going and also bracing the cold to see the billboard, which is the most incredible thing in the world. Yeah.
Before we get you out of here, we can't miss the opportunity to talk about the amazing philanthropist that you are. It comes up all the time during our conversations. And with the Prodigy Scholarship, the Sofia Carson Prodigy Scholarship, to be able to give someone the opportunity to chase their dream, to follow their dream, to be there, to be that support for that next generation. I know it sounds stupid and cheesy, but this had to have been just like an easy decision to, like, of course if given the chance to do it, I'm going to do it. But
you're right.
Yeah, but why is it so important to give when you get those opportunities to?
I think giving is the most important thing that we can do with our lives. And like you said, to be able to co-sponsor a scholarship that can help gift the gift of an education that will change a life to, a student in a corner of the world who's in love with music, just like I was when I was a little girl, and to give them the chance to study at Berklee College of Music and literally change their life is such an honor. And it makes me emotional just thinking about it. And I'm so grateful to the Latin Grammy Foundation for, naming the Prodigy Scholarship after me. And, as their ambassador, I've seen firsthand that education truly changes lives. And it's a beautiful thing to be a part of this.
Gosh, dude. You do everything so well. I just
you're
wanted
really
to say,
putting on for us Latinas. Yeah. I mean, you're making us so proud. Thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you.
Serious business. When you make it back out here, I know it's been a really weird couple of years for us, and obviously, it's open door policy. The ledge is still there for you and Mom to sit. You know
I love you.
Like, we'll put a pillow down next time so your butt doesn't get sore.
Not gonna lie, I think I'm supposed to be in New York soon, so I'm gonna text you, because if people are coming to the studio, I'm there.
All right, we got you. And Crystal, what we need to make sure is we help convince her and her sister to move out here for good. You know what I mean?
Honestly, it won't require much convincing. We're like basically 1 foot out the door.
All right, so I'm just gonna set a bookmark here for Zillow.com. No endorsement, but I'm just saying we're gonna hook this up. All right, no, anyway. Always listen. Continue to lead with your heart. Continue to share these inspiring stories, and the way that you bring them together through music is even more precious. Loud is everything that it needs to be. Like we said, strong, fearless. It's fierce. It's empowering. It's who Sofia is. So thank you for blessing us with your time, girlfriend. And we'll hug it out in real life soon, okay?
Thank you
so much.
Love you, boo.
From the top of the Empire State Building.
The 100.